learn the essential techniques for factoring algebraic expressions and polynomials. Factoring is the process of breaking down algebraic expressions into simpler multiplied components. Let's start by understanding what factoring means in algebra. Factoring is essentially the reverse process of multiplying expressions together. When we multiply x plus 2 times x plus 3, we get x squared plus 5x plus 6. Factoring reverses this process, taking x squared plus 5x plus 6 back to x plus 2 times x plus 3. The simplest factoring method is finding the greatest common factor. First, identify the greatest common factor shared by all terms in the expression. Let's factor 6x cubed plus 9x squared plus 3x. The greatest common factor of 6x cubed, 9x squared, and 3x is 3x. Factoring out 3x gives us 3x times the quantity 2x squared, plus 3x plus 1. Now let's learn to factor trinomials of the form ax squared plus b, x plus c. Let's factor x squared plus 7x plus 12. We need two numbers that multiply to 12 and add to 7. Testing factor pairs, 1 and 12 give 13, 2 and 6 give 8. But 3 and 4 multiply to 12 and add to 7. Therefore, x squared plus 7x plus 12 factors to x plus 3 times x plus 4. A special pattern, called difference of squares, has a unique factoring formula. The difference of squares formula states that a squared minus b squared equals a plus b times a minus b. Let's factor x squared minus 25. We recognize that x squared is x quantity squared, and 25 is 5 squared. So x squared minus 25 factors to x plus 5 times x minus 5. For polynomials with 4 terms, we use factoring by grouping. Let's factor 2x cubed plus 4x squared plus 3x plus 6. First, group the terms into pairs. We group 2x cubed plus 4x squared and 3x plus 6. Factor each group 2x squared times x plus 2 plus 3 times x plus 2. Notice that x plus 2 is a common factor in both terms. Factoring out x plus 2 gives us x plus 2 times 2x squared plus 3. Perfect square trinomials follow a special pattern that makes factoring easier. A perfect square trinomial a squared plus 2ab plus b squared factors to a plus b quantity squared. Let's identify if x squared plus 6, x plus 9 is a perfect square trinomial. The first term is x squared, so a equals x. The last term is 9, so b equals 3. The middle term 6x equals 2 times x times 3. Therefore, x squared plus 6x plus 9 factors to x plus 3 quantity squared. Let's work through a comprehensive factoring problem. Factor 3x cubed minus 27x completely. First, factor out the greatest common factor, which is 3x. This gives us 3x times x squared minus 9. Next, recognize that x squared minus 9 is a difference of squares. The final factored form is 3x times x plus 3 times x minus 3. Let's review the key factoring techniques we've learned. Always start by factoring out the greatest common factor. For trinomials, find two numbers that multiply to the constant and add to the middle coefficient. Look for special patterns like difference of squares and perfect square trinomials. For expressions with 4 terms, try factoring by grouping. Mastering factoring is essential for solving equations and simplifying complex algebraic expressions.